The due date for filing your income tax return is approaching. And are you wondering how you can simplify your tax filing as well? Well, then Form 16 and Form 26 AS can come to your rescue. Hello and welcome. I am Prarthana from Clear, India's largest tax and financial services platform. At Clear, we are a team of 80,000 plus tax experts and we cater for the needs of 4 lakh plus growing businesses, 2,000 plus large enterprises, 6 million plus tax filers. Today I will help you understand Form 16 and Form 26 AS, their components, where you can get them and how to use them for ITR filing. So do watch the video till the very end to know about these forms in very detail. Also, before we begin, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Clear's channel for more such informative videos. First, let us start with Form 16. If you are a salaried person, then Form 16 is one of the most important documents to file your income tax return. Before you start wondering how to fill Form 16, let me tell you that it is not to be filled up by any employee. Form 16 is pre-filled form received from the employer generally on or before 15th June. However, this year, the government has extended the due date to 31st of July. Hence, by now, you all would have received your Form 16 from the HR department. So, let us get back to understanding Form 16. It is a salary certificate that contains comprehensive details about the employee's salary and the tax deducting done by the employer during the financial year. The income tax law requires the employers to calculate the tax liability and deduct tax at source from the employee's income if it is more than the basic exemption limit. The employer then has to deposit this TDS with the government within the prescribed time on behalf of the employee. After depositing TDS, the employer must furnish detailed information to the employee specifying the salary, tax deducted during the year, and other relevant details. Such information helps the employee know how much tax is already paid via TDS and how much tax is payable. Intimation of this information is done via Form 16. Well, Form 16 is to be generated by the employer from the Traces portal. It has two components, Part A and Part B. Part A of Form 16 contains basic information of the employer such as basic information on the employer and employee, including names and addresses, assessment year, PAN details of the employer and employee, TAN of the employer. It also provides you with the summary information for the quarterly TDS deducted and deposited. These details related to the employer available in Part A are also required while filing the ITR, which the employee can easily fetch from here. Now let's look at Part B and annexure to Part A of Form 16. Part B of Form 16 contains a complete breakdown of the employee's salary structure and its various components. It will have a salary breakup, the breakup of exempted allowances under Section 10 of the IT Act 1961, deductions under Chapter 6A of the IT Act like ATC, ATD, ATG, etc., relief under Section 89. A format is shown here on the screen for your reference. Form 26 AS is the tax credit statement of the taxpayer. Previously, tax filers would have to download Form 26 AS to file ITR returns. However, now an employee can directly import their Form 26 AS while filing ITR. Includes information on tax deducted on your income by deductors, details of tax collected by collectors, advance tax paid by the taxpayer, self-assessment tax payments, regular assessment tax deposited by the taxpayers or PAN holders, details of the refund received by you during the financial year, details of the high value transactions in respect of shares, mutual funds, etc. Part A, details of tax deducted at source on your salary, interest income, pension income, etc. This section is further subdivided into two parts. Part A1 deals with low or no tax deducted from Form 15G or 15H. If you have not submitted either of these, this section will show no transaction. Part A2 will have details only if you have sold an immovable property and TDS has been deducted therein under section 194(1)(a) for the seller of property. Part B, details of tax collected at source by the seller of goods. Entries in this part will be present if you are a seller and you collect tax. Part C, details of tax paid other than TDS or TCS. If you have deposited tax by yourself, then their details will reflect in this part. Details of advance tax, self-assessment tax and details of the challan will be present here. Part D, details of paid refund. Information regarding your refund, if any, will be present in this section. Assessment year to which the refund pertains, along with the mode of payment, the amount paid and interest paid, and the due date of payment is mentioned over here. Well, Part E, details of AIR transaction. Banks and other financial institutions must report high value transactions to the tax authorities. Mutual fund purchases of high value, property purchases, high value corporate bonds are all reported here. Part F, details of tax deducted on sale of immovable property under section 194(1)(a) for buyer of property. If you have bought a property, you have to deduct TDS before making payment to the seller. This section has details of TDS deducted and deposited by you. Part G, TDS defaults, processing of defaults basically. Defaults relating to the processing of statements are mentioned here. They do not include demands raised by the assessing officer. So I hope by now you understand what these forms are for and how to read them for your use. If you are confident about Form 16 and of course Form 26AS, please type clear in the comment section below. Now, let us understand how these forms are helpful in your return filing. Both of these documents are must-haves for filing your income tax return. Part A of Form 16 will give you the detail of total TDS deducted by your employer. Also, Part B of Form 16, which contains a breakup of the income and deductions, has a similar format, that of ITR, one Sahaj. So, if an employee does not have any other income or deductions claimed apart from that reflecting in Form 16, they can directly file their ITR using this form. All they will need to do is copy and paste the details or easily upload your Form 16 on CLEAR's income tax filing portal and these details populated. Here, please note that the Part B of this form will contain the salary income and only those deductions for which documents have been submitted to the employer before the due date as decided by the employer. Well, the due date is generally before the ending of the third quarter of the financial year. If the employee fails to submit the investment proofs, some of the deductions will not be reflected in Form 16. In such a case, the employee will have to remember claim these deductions while filing ITR. Also, any additional income like house property income, capital gains, interest on FD will have to be separately reported in the income tax return and will not be reflected in the Part B calculator of taxes of Form 16. If you change your job in one financial year, do not forget to take Form 16 from all the employers you received a salary during that financial year. This will help you to know your earnings and tax deducted by them on your behalf. You can combine the income from all the employers and take TDS credit while filing your income tax return. If TDS is deducted, the employer is mandatorily required to issue a TDS certificate to the employee. An employer can be penalized for not giving Form 16 to the employee. However, the employer fails to furnish Form 16 to the employee, then the employee should file the income tax return and pay the taxes, if any due. Regarding Form 26AS, which is the tax credit statement, the taxpayer should verify the TDS or TCS, advance tax, etc. as the case may be reflected in Form 26AS before claiming tax credit and filing the return. If the TDS mentioned in Form 16 does not match the TDS reflecting in Form 26AS, the taxpayer will not be eligible to claim the tax credit. In such a scenario, the employee should immediately intimate the employer and of course ask for rectification of TDS return. Once the error is fixed and the correct TDS amount is reflected in Form 26AS, the employee should claim the tax credit and file a return. That was all about Form 16 and Form 26AS. I hope that now you are clearly understanding their components. Read these forms and use them for your tax return filing. Let us know if you have any questions related to these forms and their uses. We will be more than happy to help. Make sure that you have them ready along with the other document checklist before filing your ITR return. Also, a quick reminder that you can now very easily file your return through Clear. The new e-filing facility launched by Clear not only is simplified but it also assists you in availing of all tax deductions as well as prompts for tax saving investments. You can also take expert advice through Clear. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching it. Please do like, share and subscribe to Clear channel for more such informative videos. Stay tuned to our channel and also do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you get an update as and when we upload new videos. Stay tuned once again for more updates and take care.